Hello, it's Crafty Carol here with another short video to show you one of the beautiful sets you can get in Saleabration. And I'm sorry if there's noise, we seem to have drum vehicles moving around outside, but hey, what the heck. And Saleabration is 2 months of the year, and we have one in the summer and one just after Christmas, where you can earn free stuff whenever you make an order from any of the catalogues. And it's such a great idea because you get all this wonderful stuff for free. So if you wanted to update your stash or whatever, then it's very definitely worth it. And we've got till the end of August to earn some of the wonderful things. But the one I wanted to show you was this stamp set, and it comes as a bundle with this gorgeous paper. And there's all sorts of papers in here. Should really take it fully out to see, but each paper is double-sided. So you've got that. On the back there's some lovely green leaves, and there's 2 sheets of each. This is beautiful because you can cut these out and just make a lovely front to the card by fussy cutting those out. 2 sheets of that, and some my favourite colour on the back. I love purples. Then you've got this sort of rose mix of flowers with yellow stripes on the back. You've got this lines of flowers, I suppose is the best way to call it, and that has got other little flowers on the back, which I'll show you. What else have we got? We've got this lovely pink rosy paper with a beautiful purpley pattern on the back, again my favourite colour, and that sheet I've shown you. And then this sheet, pink on the back, and again lovely little flowers, which you can cut out with small dies and again can make centerpieces on your card. Or how about cutting 4 of those and making a card with 4 bits? There's so much you can do with this set, it's just wonderful. And this is free with every purchase of £90, and you get both the paper and the stamp set as part of that offer. So really worth it if you're thinking of putting in an offer. And I just want to show you some things I've just made with it. So there's a couple of cards here I've already done. I'm going to show you how to do these because I'm using a technique with stamping markers to colour stamps. So these are 2 of the stamps from the set. Just put on a cutout basic white background and a quick sentiment at the bottom. I'm going to make a set of these and put them in one of our little acetate boxes actually, and make a little gift set for birthdays or for Christmas or whenever you want to give it. So we're going to make a similar cards now with some other papers. For the sentiments, I've actually used this set, which is the Sending Smiles set, which comes as a bundle with dies that cut out all of these beautiful things. So I just used the sentiments from this set. So if, for example, you wanted to get Wonderful World, you could buy this bundle plus a pack of basic white card and your glue and dimensionals and a set of Stampin Write markers in the colour set you want, and that would set you back for, say, £30, I think the Stampin Write markers are for the set across the colour family. So that would give you your £90 to be able to get this for free. So you get all of that plus that bundle all for free with your £90 offer. Or when you see me use these Stampin Write markers, they come in a set of 40 of all the different colours, the current colours in the current colour families, and a set of Many Marvellous Markers they're called. It's a set of 40. It's £123, so it's a lot, but it will last you forever. And obviously that gives you more than enough to get this, and you'd be well on a way to getting a 3rd gift from Saleabration with that amount if you added a couple more things. So free with a £90 offer. So I've shown you there's 2 of the papers with 2 of the stamps on those cards, and I'm just going to make 2 others. I've already cut out my shapes. I've used, this is actually a retired set of, can't remember what it's called, but it was basically lovely little stitched dies. This one is from the Scalloped Contour set, which is still available there. So I've already cut those out, cut the sheets to match. I've already cut out a couple of sentiments as well. So I'm going to show you how to do the stamping. So for this one, I'm going to use, I'm not very good on flowers, but I think this might be a lily. Is this a lily? I don't know, but it's a very pretty flower anyway. And I'm going to show you how to use different colours on your stamps and get a nice image. So to do this, I'm going to colour this in Oasis. I'm going to use 2 of our new colours. All the new colours come with their own Stampin Write markers, which you can get. And these are Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis. They're around for the next couple of years. And these are staple colours. These are Mossy Meadow and Pear Pizzazz, which again have been around for a while. So these are the markers I'm going to use. And when you get a marker, you'll see on it, hold it the right way around, you can see, it's got two ends on it. It's got a sort of right tip end, which is sort of for doing fine work. You can see that tip there. Hopefully I can get it close enough to the camera for you to see. And it has a brush tip, and it's the brush tips we're going to use now. But how to tell the difference? Obviously there's the picture of them on here, but there's also a line. There's a thin line on the tiny pointy end, and there's a thicker line on the brush end, so you always know which way. Big tip, make sure your caps are always on firmly, because you don't want these to dry out. So we're going to use the brush end, and on the stamp we're just going to, on the leaf bits, we're just going to colour it. Actually, it's my darker colour, so I was going to put my lighter colour on first, but hey, we'll just do it differently now. So for the darker colour, I'm just using it to sort of accent bits of the stamp. You don't have to be too accurate. And then I'm going to use my lighter colour for the rest of it. So I'm just going to bring that in now and colour the stamp. You need to be relatively quick about these because I just want that leaf to show up a bit more, so I'm actually going to use the little tiny marker to just outline that leaf a bit more, like that, a bit darker. There we go. And it would be dark under the flowers. You can fiddle for ages. I'm not going to fiddle too much. So that's my leaf stem. So I'm then going to use again my lighter one first, and I'm just going to colour in the flower bit of the stamp. So you don't need to be too careful. These stamps are what we call ink-stinctive. I always have to practice hard to say that word, but basically it means you've got all of the variation and the sort of detail on the stamp already cut into the stamp, so it's fairly easy to add other stuff. So having coloured it all over in the lighter colour, I'm using my darker colour just to emphasise a few little bits here and there. So we're just going to blob those out, and I can use the instinctive markers on the stamp to guide me where to put some of these other colours, so that's fine too. Having done that, right, now we've got to stamp it, but we don't just turn it over and stamp it. The key with, oh look, I've got ink all over me. Not unusual. The key to this is once you've coloured it, huff it before you stamp. So you just huff with your mouth, probably get in the way of the camera now, but we give it a really good huff, just to put a little bit of moisture on the stamp, so that when you then stamp it on your shape, there you get the stamp, and you can see the variation caused both by the stamp and the different layers of colours I've put on. Same with the leaf, and it's just beautiful. And as you let it dry, you'll see the detail even more as it dries. So that, I'm just going to clean my stamp. It's important when you've used Stampin' Write markers, clean the stamp fairly quickly, because yeah, it can take a little, get a little bit stained otherwise. So you can see how the detail of that one's come out. This one is already starting to come out on here. And you can see the detail coming out just from stamping and colouring in that way. So I'm going to do my final one just to show you, with the bigger stamp here. So the same thing, I'm going to use the same two greens, and this time I'm going to use yellows. I have no idea whether in nature this particular type of flower has yellow tops. I don't care, I just want it to match. So again, I'm going to use, and get it right this time, I'm going to use my lighter green first to colour in all my leaves. Doesn't matter which way around you do this, by the way. You can do the flowers and then the stems, it's up to you. I just decided I'd do it this way around. So again, I'm just going to do a little bit of, adding a little bit of texture to these. That's my green stems done. Now I'm going to do the same with the flowers. So again, I'm going to colour them all over, first of all, in my base lighter colour, which is Daffodil Yellow, Daffodil Delight. Can't even remember what the colours are called now. So for example, if you were to get one of the colour collection Stampin' Write markers, you'd get all 10 to match the colour family, and you could buy, say, a pad of the paper of the card as well, or just basic white card, to make all of these cards and get the stamps and the paper for free. It's just such a good offer. I really love this offer. So now I've moved on to my Mango Delight. I'm just again using the detail on the stamp to decide where to put my additional colour. And I'm being very rough about it, as you can see. You don't want to spend too long doing this because it will dry. And if it's completely dried, then no amount of huffing is going to help it. But hopefully that's enough there. So again, big huff on it. So huff, huff. Make sure I've given it a good huff all over, and then straight onto my already prepared shape. There we go. I'm going to have it roughly in the middle there. Press down, lift off, there we go. And again, I want to let that dry to get the real detail to come out. But you can see the double colour on the stems of the plants and on the flowers themselves. Let me hold this one, which is dry now, and you can see the detail there. So you can see I've got a little darker edge to my leaves, and oh, it just looks, it's just such a lovely technique, so easy, but it gets you such a beautiful result. So having coloured them, put my markers over to the side, then I just need to make them up into cards. So I could have done this bit before, but I didn't. So just going to stick, you can see I've used both sides of one paper because I just wanted, you can use any of the papers you want, obviously, to match whatever you want to do. And the beauty about Stampin' Up! DSP, another little thing about it, is on the back of every packet, it tells you what colours have been used in the papers so that you can match them beautifully. So I'll show you that again on the back of here. So on the back of here, it tells you what the paper is, and then in this little writing, which you may or may not be able to see, it just tells you all the names of all the different colours. So in this one, for example, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, etc, etc, etc. So that always helps when you're not very good at matching colours like me. The reason I love Stampin' Up! Is because of that very reason, because they tell you what colours match together and what would go with what, which I absolutely adore. So I'm just going to put a few dimensionals on the back of this. You could also make these cards, by the way, of cutting out your piece of DSP and then cutting out a frame within the card if you wanted, and so that the image would sit behind. Just make sure you line it up really well. So then I've got some little mini dimensionals. I love these little things, but they are fiddly to put the sentiment on with. And this was cut out with the dies that come with the Sending Smile set, which makes doing it sentiment such a doddle when you've got a matching die. Ooh, got a sentiment thing stuck to my finger. What a surprise. So there's the first of our cards. I'll just do the second one in the same way. And then we can see the whole set, which, as I say, I can then either make a box for, or I can use one of the acetate boxes, and it makes a lovely gift for somebody, a nice little set of cards. And obviously you can decide what sentiments you put on them, what types of cards you want them to be. That's absolutely fine. Use different ones or give people a variety, as I have with this one. I tend to like to use, when I'm doing packs of cards to send to people, I tend to use general sentiments, because then people can sort of adapt them to what they want. So again, just put some dimensionals quickly on here. Don't usually bother showing, letting you see me shove dimensionals and things onto pictures, but hey, all goes into making cards, so important you see the whole thing. But you can see how quick and easy these cards are to make. Well, I didn't tell you the measurements for them actually. It is just a normal card base that I've used here. I like stripy paper, you can line things up beautifully on it, which is 21 across and 14.8 down, that's centimetres, and it's scored at 10.5. And the DSP that I've cut to go on the front, I always cut it 4 centimetres less. I've got roughly a 2 centimetre border all the way around, so that is 14.4 by 10.1, and that gives you the sentiment. And then for the shapes that I've used, then these are, as I say, they're part of the sets of dies, so depends what sets of dies you've got. So there we have. I hope these are all going to be in view. So 4 different cards, which I'm going to make a nice little box for. Quick and easy cards made with something that I got for free. What's not to love? So if you're interested in buying anything, then do get in touch. If you want to know a bit more about techniques and how to do things, check out my website, and please do sign up for my email list, and then you'll know whenever I'm doing something, and you'll get notification when I put a new video up or whatever. So I hope to see you soon. Subscribe to this channel, sign up on my emails, and yeah, we'll meet again. Thanks very much. Bye.